Pay attention, you bastards.
What up, y'all? Welcome back, man. First and foremost, I want to send a huge shout out and a huge rest in peace to Jordan Walker. Those of you who've seen the show Erica Mena 2 Ways, he was the guy Peewee, right? She gave him the name Peewee on the show, on her dating show recently. I believe it aired last year. You know what I'm saying? So he was tragically wounded. He got in an altercation, was tragically wounded, and he didn't make it. You know what I'm saying? So one time for him, first and foremost. I'm sure it's tough on his family. I'm sure it's tough on friends. You know what I'm saying? So I just want to send a huge shout out first and foremost to Jordan. You know what I'm saying? AKA Peewee. And I also wanted to get into what's been going on with Zeus Network, but also what's going on with the Erica Mena show. This has been the second death from, castmates, right? The first castmate, y'all know him as Pussy Breaker, right? He was on the show as well. His real name was Savon Hopkins. There was a situation that went on with him where he tragically lost his life, right? And this was I believe right after the show. Along with Aaron Plummer, who's still alive, he was pretty much talking about how there was a lot of stuff that went on with the show where a lot of people were coming after them, right? Because of just the disrespect, because of them going back and forth with Erica Mena, and I'm not here to jump to conclusions and say this is exactly what it is, but it's been an ongoing thing of, him kind of saying that, him kind of letting it be known, hey, look, they after me, you know what I'm saying? And Aaron the Plumber, he said it multiple times.
Life is in jeopardy. 2 people that were on Zeus Network are now deceased. Raina Dunlap was on her way to a baddies audition and was found deceased inside of a abandoned building. Jay Hefner, 1 month after filming with Zeus Network, was mysteriously deceased as well. Why is Zeus Network not saying anything about Raina Dunlap or Jay Hefner? I'm not about to be the third person, so I'm going to speak out on this. Somebody's definitely been following me. Mysterious stuff has been happening. Somebody mysteriously drove their car through my living room.
He's came out and said it multiple times, like, yo, it's something going on with that whole network. You know what I'm saying? So it's seeming a little fishy at this point. When you have 2 people lose their lives, 2 people, you got 2 people that lose their lives, right? And somebody keeps talking about it that was in the process of, I'm not gonna say in the process of losing his life, but he was kind of going through and seeing that they was trying to have people take him out. That's something to look at. You know what I'm saying? Again, this all day could be hearsay. It could be, hey, he just mad, so he just trying to say something. It could be, hey, he's just trying to spark something up, conspiracy theorist shit. You know what I mean? And it could really just be that. But for him to constantly say it, and for 2 people to lose their lives that were on the same exact show, to me that says something. You know what I mean? Like, I don't know exactly, what's going on behind closed doors, but what I do know is that that's a big coincidence. It's a big coincidence, and again, Aaron the Plumber may be onto something, and he may just be trying to get just get clicks. It may just be that. It may be him trying to really just get some fame off of, still after the show, get some fame for his channel or whatever, or it may really be something to that. But he doesn't seem like the type of guy that's going to make something up like that. You know what I mean? I think conversations were had. I think that there was a disrespect level, whether it be to Lemuel Plummer, who is the owner of Zeus, right? Or it was to Erica Mena, where obviously it was her show. So it could have been either or, but it seems like something's going on. You know what I mean? And to me, it needs to be looked at. So let's look into this a little further. So Jardine Walker. It says police find dead body during search for missing delivery driver, homicide investigation underway. St. Louis police believe the person found dead on Wednesday was the missing person. Yeah, nah, man, this is wild.
We want to get you caught up on some breaking news that we've been following since about 5 o'clock this morning in the Central West End. We know that police are investigating an incident there. This happened just before 1:30 in the morning on Olive Street. If you know where that is, this is near the Schnucks at Lindell. You can see heavy police presence there as well. Our photojournalist saw homicide detectives working on that incident. We are working to get more information from police, and we will update you when we get that as well.
Yeah, man, this sucks, man. The University City Police Department said a dead body was found in the Central West End during a search for a missing delivery driver. In a news release, the University City Police Department said 23-year-old Jardine Walker was supposed to meet his sister at the Amazon Hazelwood plant for a ride home, but never showed up. She called the University City Police Department to report him missing because he was last seen in University City. St. Louis police spokesman Mitch McCoy said the victim's phone was pinging in the 4200 block of Washington Avenue. When officers arrived, they found his vehicle and a man dead from a gunshot wound in an alley near the intersection of Olive and Whittier. Damn. The University City Police Department said it is currently unknown if the two incidents are connected, but McCoy said they believe the dead man was the same one police were searching for. The department is working with the St. Louis Medical Examiner's Office to confirm his identity. Now, it seemed like it was probably a fight for real. That's what it seemed like. That's what it seemed like. If he got hit, he got sliced up or whatever, it's seeming like, he might have fired back at the dude or something after they got into a fight. He got hit. He fired some shots at the dude, hopped in the car, tried to drive off or whatever, and probably died in the car. That's what it's looking like to me. I don't know. McCoy said they believe the death is related to shots fired incident that occurred at around 8:45 Tuesday night. Officers responded to that call and spotted a car speeding away from the scene. They were able to stop the car a half mile away at Boyle and Lindell and took the driver into custody after noticing a gun inside the car. Damn. Homicide detectives detained another person Wednesday morning in connection with the shots fired. With a shots fired call, McCoy said detectives believe the victim knew the man taken into custody on Wednesday, and detectives were questioning him on Wednesday morning. No charges have been filed as of noon on Wednesday. Damn. Man, like I said, rest in peace, man. Man, yeah, rest in peace to the young homie, man. That was him right there. Yeah, that was him right there, man. Yep. And it was so funny because he used to have this little thing with Erica Mena that me and my girl used to always laugh about. Cause he used to be like, Mama, Mama. He used to always do that shit to Erica Mena. You know what I'm saying? And Erica Mena be like, baby, call me or something like that. She'd say something to him because obviously he was way younger than her. Erica Mena's probably like, I'm sure she's close to 40, and he was like in his early 20s. So he used to have this whole little thing. He used to be like, Mama, Mama, Mama. I used to stay dying at that shit, man. But that's why I say life is short, man. Life is short. Make sure y'all live this life to the fullest. You know what I'm saying? Because anything can happen. Anything can happen. You never know, man. You never know if this your last days. You never know. You got to stay focused, live your life. You know what I'm saying? Because situations like this can happen, but also, man, you got to stay away from the bullshit. You got to stay away from the bullshit. You know what I'm saying? You got to stay away from trouble. You know what I'm saying? Because it could cut your life so many years. You talking about 23 years old. 23 years old. You know what I mean? Matter of fact, I wonder how old was the other guy that passed away. He was a year older than the other dude. God damn. Two Omaha men arrested in connection to shooting death of 24-year-old in Lincoln.
In connection with the death of a 24-year-old. Lincoln police arrest two Omaha men in connection with the death of a 24-year-old. Lincoln police responded to a fight near 11th and P. It was back in early September. Officers found Savion Hopkins and another man with gunshot wounds. Hopkins died of his injuries. The other victim survived. 23-year-old Kavion Wright faces multiple charges, including first-degree murder. Investigators also arrested a 30-year-old Gregory Bahati for multiple charges, including aiding and abetting first-degree murder.
That's why I say, man, you gotta stay focused, man. Stay out the way. Stay focused. Stay out the way, man. Rest in peace. Rest in peace. Till next time, y'all.